In the quest to conquer Birais, President Ruta of the Guerrillist Alliance devised a bold strategy, initiating the first steps with a crucial task assigned to the engineers. Their mission: clear the roads leading to the capital, Kazan, of the strategically placed bombs that turned every street into a potential death trap. Simultaneously, heavy artillery was deployed to suppress Birais' resistance and safeguard the engineers at work. Amidst the relentless crossfire and the cacophony of war, military engineers faced the arduous and perilous challenge of locating and defusing mines, with bullets flying overhead and their lives hanging by a thread. Despite the daunting conditions, the engineers pressed forward with unwavering determination, inching towards their goal with each painstaking step. For 2 grueling months, they toiled tirelessly, their progress agonizingly slow. Yet, every mine disarmed was a victory in itself, bringing them one step closer to breaching the defenses of Kazan. The toll in guerrillist lives was substantial, but the promise of victory and the importance of securing a foothold in Birais rendered the cost seemingly justifiable in the eyes of President Ruta and his generals. After clearing a mere 30 kilometers of the treacherous roads leading to Kazan, the engineers had achieved a critical breakthrough. Their sacrifice had paved the way for the infantry to advance into the heart of the capital. The guerrillist army, bolstered by this progress, prepared to confront the formidable first wave of Birais resistance head-on. President Ruta swiftly ordered the deployment of a 3-counter strategy, recognizing the need to neutralize Birais' defenses systematically. The first line of defense, the anti-intrusion group, comprised 200 elite guerrillist soldiers positioned on the front lines. Their objective: to halt the advance of Birais' first wave, consisting of thousands of civilians armed with axes, machetes, and rudimentary weapons. Simultaneously, the 3-pronged attack from Leoniais, Tejera, and Leopardia converged on this initial wave, seeking to overwhelm it through sheer force of numbers and firepower. The civilians of Birais, driven by a fierce sense of patriotism and a determination to defend their homeland at all costs, displayed unparalleled heroism in the face of the guerrillist onslaught. Skillfully wielding their weapons, they hurled axes and machetes at the advancing guerrillist soldiers with deadly accuracy, catching the invaders off guard with their ferocity and skill in combat. The streets of Kazan became a chaotic battleground, with the air filled with the sound of clashing metal, the screams of the wounded, and the roar of gunfire. In response to the civilian resistance, the guerrillist soldiers unleashed a hail of bullets, their firearms tearing through the air with deadly precision. The streets ran red with blood as Birais civilians fell one by one, their sacrifices a testament to the fierce determination of the people to defend their city to the last breath. President Ruta's gamble in Birais had unleashed a brutal conflict, with both sides paying a heavy price in lives lost and casualties suffered. As the battle raged on, the fate of Kazan hung in the balance, and the echoes of war reverberated through the streets of the capital. The siege of Kazan would prove to be a pivotal moment in the conflict between Birais and the Guerrillist Alliance, with the outcome of the battle shaping the course of history for both nations.